Welcome to the Sabrosa podcast, your underground hub. Welcome back to another episode of the Sabrosa podcast. It's a very special episode.
Yes.
We got Lighthouse in the building.
What's good, y'all? Thank you, Sabrosa podcast, for having me yet again. I'm super excited.
That's what I was about to say. Like, literally, you're back. So
yes,
that
I'm
means
back.
that we did what we had to do here at the Sabrosa podcast.
That's a fact.
And I'm so happy you're back. I'm happy to have you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm happy that you're here at the Sesh House. We're here in the Sesh House.
Yo, shout out to the Sesh House.
You already know.
This place is amazing.
Oh my God, I'm so happy you love it
Yes,
here.
this place is amazing. There's so much potential here, and I'm happy to, join you guys and lend whatever.
Join the army?
Yeah, lend whatever knowledge I have to share to listen, this is dope.
That makes me so happy because, that's what I want to do. I just want to come here, connect the dots, you feel me? Bring the dope people that I know, at least, hey, I'm here. So pull up, just, that we're here.
Yes,
come pull up on us. And that's part of the reason why we're here at Sesh House shooting, because I feel like it's so much potential.
Yes.
So many people need to know. So many people need to experience. And then we just go from there.
Yeah, we'll go from there for sure.
Anyways, we got so much to cover.
Yes.
So it's just a limited amount of time. You've been up to so much since we last spoke.
Yes.
Mr. Lighthouse. Okay. So I want to get into, because the last time that we spoke, you were talking about that you were working on you were working on this project. It was kind of like an idea at the time,
right,
you knew that you were going to start working on it, but it wasn't like a physical thing like it is now. So there were two projects actually that you worked on, but right now we're going to get into the Heart Decisions.
Yes,
so it's actually out. Guys, please go stream that.
Yes.
Heart Decision on everything. Please go listen to it. I definitely want to get into just the project in general. So
thank you.
Kudos to you, because
appreciate it.
Before I ask you any questions, I want to tell you what I think about it, because now I'm doing music reactions. I'm giving my little 1-2s on projects.
Dope.
So now I gotta tell you guys what I think about it, right?
Let me hear it.
So when I listened to Heart Decisions, to me it was very refreshing, because I was like, finally somebody's talking about the elephant in the room. The taboo subjects, the shit that people not really chatting about. Everybody's chatting about, F everybody get money, F everybody do you or whatever. But you're literally getting, you put a story together, and you delivered it it was so relatable and so refreshing to hear. So I definitely want to give you your flowers.
I appreciate that.
Because I feel like Heart Decisions was something that I needed to hear per se, because me personally, I'll get personal real quick. I went through some crazy stuff, some guy I liked. I was dealing with him for 3 years. I found out that he had a girlfriend the whole time. And I found out here in the podcast that he had a girlfriend the whole time, right before I did a podcast.
Wow.
So listening to that, I was like, okay, that's the other side. That's how the guy thinks, or you know what I'm saying? So just going through that, now, I'm going through it right now. So listening to that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not alone. People be going through the bullshit.
Absolutely.
So let's get into, the creative process for Heart Decisions. And what was the inspiration behind Heart Decisions for you?
I want to say that the inspiration was social media. Scrolling through social media, you see different perspectives within the love economy. You see a bunch of people, with different conversations, and they're all post social media. It's all about, who's going to provide for each other. Everything is competitive, and it's very capitalistic. And I feel like love is missing, feelings are missing. Social media is a place where people can just put the best parts, the best pictures, the best parts of their life. some grief. You know, when someone dies, they're like, "Oh no, not you!
Mm-hmm.
You messing up my heart." You know what I mean? So like, you only get to see glimpses of like reality. You don't really see the whole picture. So I wanted to create something that actually spoke to like the nuances of love. You know, people go through things. You know, I actually played a character. His name is Nigel, and he's going through something with his girl. And like, you know, we don't have songs about, you know, guys. Can we curse on here?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so we don't have songs where dudes is begging for pussy anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's no
Mm-hmm.
like reaching out in the sky and singing in the rain. You know what I mean? And like,
None of that's happening.
it's like it seems like no one likes vagina no more. You know what I'm saying? We do, but then we don't talk about it. And it's like we're not promoting it. And you know, the youth is in charge of the music. The music always follows the youth, and I don't think the elders have given them enough reference points contemporarily where they can source it and just be like, yeah, I want that. They're
Mm-hmm.
starting to get to it, like with the sexy drill. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
starting
yeah.
to
They
like
got like love drill songs
yeah, you
now.
know, because it's
And
like
now
the killing shit's gotten out of hand. So it's like, yo, we gotta love each other. You
I'm
know what I
kind
mean?
of glad about the love thing because the whole like static with one another and then needing each other for your careers essentially because you kind of need to be in that beef to have a career
Right,
is kind of like getting old. You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So I'm down with the caring more for people and more of like the positive energy because I feel like the negativity has been pushed for so long.
For sure. And it's like living in a world, not to be political, and I'm not going to be political, but living in a world where like Bill Gates is like, yo, we need to depopulate the planet. Like killing each other is like, it goes towards his plan. So like we need to make more babies. So we need to have songs about love. You know what I
They're
mean?
lying to us talking about we're overpopulated. We're actually
We
underpopulated.
can never overpopulate the earth. There's
Yeah.
mad space and we could figure it out. We could
Yeah.
figure out ways to
People were having way more kids before than they are now.
yeah,
Like I'm 32, I don't have kids. So
right.
like that says something. I have a lot of friends that are in their 30s and they don't have kids.
Right. A lot
So
of
that's
people
like
don't.
the
It's a
thing now.
generation. Our generation, I think the millennials and just right after it, we produced the least amount of kids. Like back in the day, my mom's age and like even
Mhm.
like my older cousins,
Mhm.
people was having five kids,
Mhm.
three minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two, you know, but like people had a lot of children and they figured it out, you know?
But things were more, I don't know if it was more affordable, but I feel like it was more affordable to like have a home, to be able like the cost of living was like less. I feel like you would get more for your book at the supermarket, for example. Like I
Yeah.
remember being a kid going to the supermarket with my pops. I think he would spend like almost $300 at the time. When I was a
Mm-hmm.
kid, that's a lot of money to
Mm-hmm.
me. He would have like two carts full of food.
Right.
Now, if you spend that, you don't have enough. So I feel like all of that has to do with it. But back to what like the album is kind of like talking about,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about like knowing like you're playing Nigel's character and you're saying this story and like you're portraying this character, right? You're essentially living through him, right? So how do you think that Nigel feels or Lighthouse feels about the current state of dating today? Like, how is love today? How is potentially falling in love today, or even the potential to even being anything today?
I think the cost of living affects how people love because when before inflation, you can go on a date, you can date a bunch of people, figure things out a little bit easier, and you can like figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in a place where it's like you gotta watch what you're doing and you gotta be careful. So Nigel is a story. It's like a narrative of like just like, you know, pursuing something that you're passionate about. You love women and stuff, but it can be problematic because we have the internet, you know. So it's like, yo, how do I navigate this and just, you know, kind of like find love in a world where like love is like overshadowed. It's not, people are not even going for each other based off of love anymore. It's like, what can you do for me? It's very transactional.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create a project that spoke to the transaction of
Mm-hmm.
relationships and kind of like just give a reference point like, yo, look at what's going on, look at what we're doing, like, you know, it's like, do you really love me or do you love who I am, like, do you love the
Even what I could
mundane
do for
things.
you.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like, yeah, it's like
is it
what can I do for you
is
instead
it
of
genuine?
right, right,
Because it's like, and I feel like, okay, it's like, let's not be naive, right? Like, relationships, it is a give and take.
yeah,
Like, you're not usually when people get into relationships or they fall in love per se, they don't be like, oh, I'm just in love with this person. Like, you look at the whole picture. You look at like, okay, who is this person? You know, what do they have going on? You know, you look at like the whole. I mean, me per se, like I look at the whole picture, but I'm not like gold digger or whatever you say. Like, you
right,
know, I don't care if you could pay my cell phone bill.
right,
I don't need you to pay my rent. I could pay my own shit. Like,
right,
I'm around because I want to be around, or
right.
I want to, you know. But I feel like nowadays you kind of have to be like more strategic, you would say, right? Like, you have to be more like, it's kind of messed up, but it's not about love no more. Like, just like you said, it's about like, okay, what you got going on? What can you do for me? And how can you add to what I got going on? And it's like, that's not love.
Yeah, but it's because shit is real out here, and like people do really need help. So it's like, yo,
Yeah.
ain't nothing. Like there was a song back in the day called "Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like for men and women, it's like, yo, what we got, what you bring, because like, all right, so you have the narrative like I need a man that's going to do everything for me type shit, right? Men don't like to hear that shit online. You know what I'm saying? Then there's women. It's like I don't need no man to do nothing for me, and like I need a man to, so all of these conversations is what inspired the project. The project is not about that. The project is like, despite all of that, like if your woman do something wrong, loving someone so much that you just like, you know what, I'm like I really love this person, and like all right, I fucked up, I did something crazy, like I stepped out a little bit, but then in the story, Charlize is the female. She stepped out back on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he see how that feels, and he's like, nah, I'm hurt by this, but I still want you back. Like no one's rapping about that, and like I
No.
wanted to do something where people ain't rapping about it. Like if you're like wanting to be an actor and like you want to do a role and you a gangster rapper, to show that you can actually act, you don't want to just be a gangster rapper as an actor. You want to do something more complex. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about something that I wouldn't necessarily do personally, but like it's relatable. Like I've been in that situation before. I've been through it enough where I'm like, I don't ever want to go through that again. But I was pulling from like experiences from when I was in my 20s. Like
Yeah.
damn, like someone say a sucker for love. But it's okay to be a sucker for love. Like to love somebody, have someone love you back, and to fight for it is important. Because we don't have much, but what we do have is each other. You know what I'm saying?
We do have each other, and I feel like the best teacher in the world is like experience and perspective. I feel like we learn the best lessons through each other, and we like I'm definitely an advocate of like networking and like meeting people, and like even just like even if you don't want to, even if you like, I don't want to directly work with this person, but I just want to pick their brain. Like I'm an advocate, like take them to lunch, like go see what's up, like because at the end of the day, I feel like that's the biggest experience that we could have is just like connections, like the human connection is like the biggest connection that we can have. But the thing is that I feel like, just like you said, like social media has like deterred us so much because people just want attention. It's literally a drug.
Yeah.
People want attention so bad that you even have people being in fake relationships just to be like lit on social media, or they have like fake fights on TikTok to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you don't know what's genuine and you don't know what's not genuine.
Yeah.
So it's just like to hear that project and to hear like a different perspective of it. Like, yeah, you're fucking up and you're doing this, but I still want you. Like, I still want to be there, and I'm accepting my faults as a man or as her perspective. Like, I think that was dope. But to me it was like something different because I feel like men don't admit shit like that. Like they won't be like, I'm yearning over you, I want you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, all right, fuck you, like I don't want you, bitch, bye, go. I'm gonna go to the next bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And it comes from experience. Like, when I was coming up, we used to go out and like we used to go outside and like actually have to have interactions with people and meet them firsthand. In this era, you can meet people online, and like a lot of it is like there's dating sites and stuff. Like I had a little bit of that experience from like when MySpace was out,
Yeah.
Black Planet even further. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating myself, and I don't care because I earned that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, just like we used to go outside, had to meet somebody. You had to call a house. You had to get through their moms, they big
It
brother,
was
they big
work.
sister.
It's not
It
like
was
instant
work.
like
You
now.
had to work for it. So it's like once you work for it, it's like you love it now, and it's like, damn, I don't want to see that go. So it's like I will fight for it, even though I fucked up and she fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a different perspective, and I feel like me in my era where I come from, we all wanted to be different. So I don't want to rap about anything that I hear other people rapping about. I can go crazy if I was to do like the underground like drug shit.
Yeah.
I can go crazy with that, but I'm not going to do it because I feel like it's super saturated. And then it's like, what I had to do before wasn't like something that I want to glorify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I'm in a whole different space. I don't even talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing even to talk about really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. But, for whatever it was, it's not important to talk about. I want to be someone different. I want to have my own style. I want to have my own lane. Not that, but love is so broad, it's universal. Like I have people who buy the music in different countries because they can relate to it. I got screenshots. I'm like, people like, yo, I'm going through that right now. And that means so much to me. You know what I mean? So not the shit, because I love my drug joints. You know what I'm saying? I love that, the Scarface, all the Goodfellas. I love all of that shit.
Yeah,
I love,
but it's just that you dare to be different.
yeah,
You
I
know
just
what
want
I'm
to be
saying?
different. I want to be different because that's how I'm going to stand out. Like, I'm talking something different, and I make all my projects to sound like they have a theme. Like, everything is a story. It's cinematic when you hear my albums,
No, yeah, like I know, like it's an experience. Like obviously, you already know I do my research. So like I was like, oh, I already been tapped in with you. We're tapped in with each other. We talk, but I was just like, when I was thoroughly like going through everything, I was like, damn, like ever since I last had you on the show, like you've been up to so much, and like you've been like getting in your bag in like different places. So like that's what I want to get into, because not only you do have this project out, and then but you also like you produce podcasts, like you have your own label, you have your artists, like you have so many other things, and then you work, like you got like a million things going on. So um how is your work life balance now since we last spoke? Like since you had like this new project, you also had a new vinyl which we're gonna get into, that you dropped with AA Rashid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was dope. I looked him up. I was like,
Thank you.
oh, that's some shit. Like, yeah, so I was like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So what's your work life balance like now? Looking like.
So yeah, I have a 9 to 5. I won't disclose what I do.
No,
but
no,
I do have a 9 to 5, and essentially, what I do is when I come home, I get straight to doing my music or doing something that's related to like my personal life.
Yeah.
So I live two lives. I have the life that sustains my life, my business. Like my 9 to 5 supports what I do, my passion. I never wanted to be a starving artist. It's okay to have a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? A 9 to 5 with benefits, a good job is good to have. You know what I
did
mean?
mention that in the music too.
Yeah.
You said, "Yo, you said I got a job and I got benefits, and who gonna come get it?"
Yeah, like you gotta have that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
that's smart. A
'cause
smart man.
It's stability. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I need, in order to, like, music and art is my passion. So to be stable and do it at the level, you know what I mean? And it just keeps getting better. Like I remember before I had the jobs and stuff, like just scheming. I was thinking about things in a very negative way to acquire the equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now that I have something stable, I can stay on the positive
Yeah.
side, stay free, and actually do what I love to do. So to your question, when I come home, right now I've been practicing the piano all summer. Like I just been trying to learn so I can get even nicer.
That's so fire.
Because like, sampling is cool,
I love
but
that
like
for you.
thank you. I can't go and put mad samples out. I want to have because when I do a song and it actually like does good on streaming and stuff like that, the money is so much better when I don't have to split it with nobody. So I need to be able to, because I have ideas that I want to do, and like I just don't know how to articulate it musically. I can find samples to do it, but like that's still somebody else's music. So I wanna make it myself, So I've been on that. But like I come home, I do my music. I have like a checklist of things that I have to get done during the week, and I just get those done. And those are steps that lead to like a goal. So I'm like, end of August, I need to have this beat CD out. So I've been doing steps to get to that beat CD, and then it's gonna be out. I gotta do my cover art. Got to do a bunch of stuff, and once that's done, I'm good. So I balance it out by like delegating enough time in my week. You have to have a schedule. Simple answer: schedule.
Yes.
Have to have a schedule.
Has to be
You
planned.
got to have a plan in place. You know what I mean? No, so you're not just working aimlessly. Get it outside of your head, write it down, and just execute accordingly.
You work, and then when you clock out, you work on your dreams.
Yeah.
Because
if I give 8 hours to my job, I gotta give 8 hours to myself.
That's how I feel too. Like every day I work on the pod. If I don't have a podcast that day, I'm working like at least 4 hours minimum in that day. I've already dedicated like 4 hours. Whether it's I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, so it's either from 5 to 7 or from 5 to like midnight or 10.
That's what it is. People like that. I wake up at 5 every morning.
Yeah,
I do
same.
not. I cannot sleep.
So peaceful.
Even
at
on
that time,
it's
world,
like peaceful.
Right?
It's not a lot of cars driving.
Yeah,
by. The kids ain't at school
I like
yet.
to go do like the breakfast spot by my crib. I usually make breakfast, but sometimes like I'll go get breakfast just because I want to take like that walk. It's so like, you hear the birds chirping, the sun's coming
Get your
up.
mind right. You get that cardio
and it's like
going.
and then I'm like, you know what? Like that little walk to the bagel spot, like it just kind of gave me like a jump start to my day.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes I don't even need to buy coffee because I'm like, yo, I feel so good. Like I good with like water, orange juice, whatever, and my breakfast, and I'm chilling.
Right.
Like sometimes I just do it just to go outside and get like the blood flowing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I do want to get into the production of the album. And I did see Sire Soul on there.
Sire is definitely
Sire.
That is my brother.
Sire. That's literally what I wanted to ask you.
That's my guy. I met him in 2020. I was putting together a project called Be Like Me. It was like BLM. So it was like, it was a whole Black Lives Matter thing going on. And I had my views about how that was being played out and stuff. I felt like they was exploiting, but that's a whole different
that
thing,
honestly, like that whole thing.
It was just how the media was playing
They
the whole
were just
thing.
doing a lot.
It was just a lot going on. It was just like a lot of psychological attacks, or like it just was a lot for me. And I just wanted to show a different perspective, how I saw what 2020 was looking like through my eyes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, don't be afraid of what's going on. Just like sit back and analyze it and just prepare yourself so that you're not trapped off. They had plans for everybody, and like, to not be a part of their plans was a victory. You know what I mean? So I wrote a project about that, and then I found him on BeatStars. He had beats on there and stuff, and that's like one of my sources to find like stuff. Like I make my own beats, but like when I want to like freak something else, I'll go in there and find like the dopest producers.
Yeah, it's okay to reach out to collaborative efforts and have other people collaborate on your projects, guys. It's okay to not do everything yourself.
Yeah. See? I don't believe in that. Like you gotta get some help. You gotta have help.
Like why not bring in other people that are already experts at what you're doing to make it even better?
Right, because then you go someplace else. Like, so I heard his beats, and I'm like, damn, he got that.
Yeah, I've seen him live before.
Fire.
He's dope. He got that fire.
He's nice. So I had wrote a song to one of his beats, and it was like when I went to buy it, someone else had bought it, so I had to get another one. But I reached out to him. I was like, yo, damn, you sold that? Like, you don't think you could just let me rock and be like, I sold to him first? He was like, nah. So I found another beat that actually worked better for the rhyme that I had, and that's on there. And then I have like two beats of his on there. So like whenever I do something, I gotta just include him in it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I got another project that I'm working on, and I got him rapping on it
What?
with on one of my beats. So
Yo, that's fire.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
literally my
He can
next question.
spit
My next
too.
question is, what was the dynamic working with him, knowing like you make beats too? Like, did that bring like?
It's like a producers are different from like rappers and rappers. Like
Mhm.
rappers could fuck with each other, but like producers have a different type of respect because we know what it's like to like have shitty beats and then get to a point where you nice. And then you have your way of doing it. You have your door that you make your beats on, your whole system and stuff. So we respect each other. It's a different type of craft. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like what rappers do
it's
too.
like a scientist.
Yeah. Rappers have they like
Yeah,
a
they do
lyricist is going to respect lyricists. You know what I mean?
for
Like
sure.
you know what I mean? Like whether they make good songs or not, they like yo the way you put
Mhm.
them bars together is crazy. But like I'm a producer first. Like I like the rap because that was my way to try to get to the production. It was like yo, let me learn how to rap so I could be in the studio where I could be around and shit. But
Yeah.
then computers came out where you could make beats on computers,
Yeah.
and that's how I was like, all right, well I still like rapping, so I just kept it going. But I'm a producer first. That's my passion. So I love just like me and him have conversations about joints. He'll send me beats and I'll send him some tracks and shit. And like, we always like give each other that good like brotherly, like, fraternal like
Mhm.
support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my guy. He's definitely a monster. And he's working hard as hell. Pause. He's doing a lot of great work out there in terms of like working with different artists and shit. Shout out to 100 Grand Royce. You know what I mean? He just did a project with Red Inf. That's
He's
fire.
been working.
He's been
I've
working.
actually connected with him because of you.
Yeah.
I think he noticed that we did a podcast, and
Hmm.
since you guys are connected,
Yeah.
I met him. I think it was at Secret Pour. I'm not sure if it was Secret Pour or somebody somewhere else. He
Hmm.
was doing a beat set,
Hmm.
and there was a lot of producers there, but for some reason, like his set specifically,
Hmm.
like it kind of like hit me hard because I mean, I've told you, like I like to make beats too, like on the low. So I don't know if you
You
know,
didn't
but
tell me
I didn't
that.
tell you that. I'll send you some of my
No.
beats.
You
So
gotta send me some shit, man.
yeah,
Like,
so I make beats. So like hearing his stuff like was dope. And I was just like, I don't know. I just like started talking to him. And then he told me he had a podcast. So that even made me even cooler with him. Like so
right.
I was just like, so just like knowing all of that background and then knowing you guys are cool, it was dope to me. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was cool that he was a part of the project.
Yeah.
How would you say that like the over, because it wasn't just him, like you had a variety of producers, right? On
Yeah.
the project.
Yeah. Well, no, it was mostly
It was
me,
you
but I
and
had
him.
I had three other
Three
producers
other ones,
outside. So
yeah.
it's him, a producer named Lighthou5e,
Mm-hmm.
and a producer named Cheap Limousine. He's an
How
Italian
did they
kid.
influence the sound, the overall sound of the album?
Um, like when I had all my songs done,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I needed to diversify it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So those tracks are like embellishments. It's like seasoning that made the whole plate
Mm-hmm.
taste better. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it just was like I needed some extra sauce on there. You know what I mean? So I had Sayer. He gave me a beat to rock to.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. We like both, I added some sauce to it, you know what I mean? And just to like bring it to where, so it could sound sonically the same as my other songs. I try to make that sure everything sounds the same.
Yeah.
So, I worked on it too, but like he has so much stuff that he does that is like it's like he's a monster. Like he's incredible. Like one of my
He's very
favorite
talented.
producers. He's very good and he works at like a high level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna give mad respect to Syed. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Lightfoot was a dude that I found on BeatStars as well. And Cheap Limousine has done a lot of stuff on Courtney Berry's project that we did in Understanding. So I had a beat called Waverly. That's actually the oldest song on
Mm-hmm.
the project. And like whenever I do a project, I kind of anchor things around something. So it would be like a song that I was gonna put on a project that can actually bring another project together. And I just build around that. So the last project on Temperance was Viceroy, and I built everything around that. But on this one, it was like Waverly, you know what I mean? And that one I did like in 2021, you know. So that's the oldest song. But yeah, you know, just finding these producers, they just help round out the project.
Yeah, and then it just helps it like just put it together, just like round out, just like you said. And then we also got the opportunity to listen to Courtney Berry on the project.
Yes.
But she did a fantastic job.
Yes,
I just
thank
want to tell you that.
Thank you.
She did a great job. Like her features, like it just adds like that woman perspective. Like it
Yeah.
adds that like final like to the song. And
Yeah.
I think that was dope that you put. How is that, by the way? Like, how's your label going? How's the artist doing? Like Courtney Berry and Supernova?
Her name is B Nova.
It's no B Nova. I'm sorry.
Yep.
B Nova. Like, how's that? All of that going?
It's going good. Everyone's growing in their own way, and they're like, you know, doing exceptional things. Right now, Courtney is performing and singing. She's always doing gigs and stuff.
That's awesome.
You know, and whenever she's free and I can get a hold of her.
So pull up to Sesh House.
Oh yeah, we definitely will. I'm gonna definitely have both of the ladies here. They have a lot to share. Yeah, whenever she's available, you know, I can get her to come through. We've been working on some stuff, you know, just putting songs together, getting some ideas out. Nova, she actually has her own like web series called Cork and Curated, where she speaks about like wines and like different spirits and stuff like that.
Cool.
So she's doing that, and like, you know, we still do songs. Like we actually have a song that we was working on. We have a bunch of stuff that she still comes in. Oh yeah, we just released a song called Keiko's.
Okay.
It's my new single. You know what I mean? So she
I did notice that.
Yeah. So she's working. So yeah, everyone's good. We're just like expanding artistically and going those places, but we do come together and do music, you know, and yeah, we have some stuff in store for the future for sure.
That's fire. Shout out to the ladies.
Yes.
Shout out to Slick Records.
Thank you.
You already know.
Yep.
I do have a question for you specifically on the track Introspection Through God.
Yes.
At the 1 minute 41 second mark, you start talking about that we should make it harder for people to get podcast equipment.
Yes.
And would you say that like podcasting, like everybody wanting a podcast or having a podcast has kind of like ruined the mystery of things?
No, what that is that it speaks to like the overall arcing theme, which is our station within the love economy, right? So there, at one point, it's kind of died down, but at one point, it's like every time I sign on, people had a podcast talking about the dumbest shit. So it's just like horny shit that you want. Like, it's like people were just testing each other, like to see what you would say. Like, yo, would you have a threesome with like your coworker and like your next door neighbor? Like shit like that. Or like, who, you know, the whole 50-50 shit.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like everyone was just wasting equipment and time. Like, you know, this is a production. You got lights, you got the equipment to switch everything, like the mixer, like, but you want to talk about that? Like, there's so many things to talk about.
There's so many things that could have that highlight.
Right. And it's just like, it seemed like everybody had that going on. So it's just like, I remember when people didn't understand podcasts. I had a podcast called Sonic Weaponology in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was, I forget what it was. It was like Google had their own podcast. It was Pod something or Bean Pod. No, Pod, it was something. And I had a podcast where you could actually play songs. I was playing albums.
Like a radio station.
Like
kinda.
a radio
yeah,
station.
That's
I
fire.
had to actually put it into Cubase. I record my part and be like, yo, I'm about to play this song, fade it out. and like did this shit
Yeah, I've done that
manually
before.
and exported it,
I've done that
uploaded it,
before.
and I had listenership, but people didn't understand what a podcast was. It was ahead of the
Yeah.
time. Then I
Yeah.
had a podcast later on, like when I was working with Star Trek, and it was with me and my man Ice Pick J. God bless his soul. It was called the Inside Dialogue. But this was a podcast that we would record and then we would put it on CD. But then we also had like all of the songs that we had got early through record pools and just like our connections with people in the industry. We was playing like a lot of early Dream stuff, a lot of Neptune stuff that no one
Fire.
unreleased shit, you know what I mean? So it was like a lot of Carrie Hilson stuff before, like this was early Kanye shit.
I was literally listening to her music earlier today. That's so crazy. She's so talented.
Super talented, you know what I mean?
She wrote so many hits.
Yeah.
Like,
Her pen is crazy. Shout out to Carrie Hilson.
shout out to Carrie Hilson. Like, you're a legend.
Yeah. So
She's like dope.
So we did the CDs, and stuff, and then I revisited it with a brother I know from Brooklyn. His name is Flight School Pre, and we had a show called Arrogant Ass Opinion, and we did that shit for like 2 years. We only missed like 3 episodes every Friday for 2 years.
Wow.
We did that, and it was starting to go, but then it dissipated. Like
Yeah.
I think I wanted to start my label and stuff, and like we just had different perspectives, different visions, and it dissipated. But that's still my guy. And he does a podcast too. He does a couple of podcasts, and it's a bunch of them. He does it one with my man Slops. I think it's called We're Probably Right. He got that one. He got Gods of the City, I believe it's called. So he's doing his thing. Shout out to him. And then I started producing the Rich Check podcast with my partner Perry. So I've been doing podcasting for a minute.
Yeah, you've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
And I know that I did, I have to do my due diligence. I did see a little thread action saying that you're developing a new one.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm working on a show right now, and I don't know if it might be a podcast. It's gonna be a little it's gonna be like kind of like a audio component to it, but it's gonna be visual as well. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be more like a web series, but you can like pod it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, you
fire.
can hear it, you know what I mean? So it'll be streamable as well. I'm still developing it, so I mean, I guess maybe if you'll have me again, I'll come back and talk about that too. You know what I mean? Once
That's
it's
so
out
fire,
there.
guys. Stay tapped in. I'm tapped in. I want to see what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool because I feel like that's a whole nother side of you that maybe people don't know. I mean, they know if they've watched the show, but they're new watching the show. They probably don't know that. Like, I feel like you have so many layers. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, I just try to be as creative as possible, and whatever medium it is, I try to approach it and tackle it and just do what I can to be creative and put my voice out there.
So you dropped the newest project with Quiet Launch. Something called Quiet Launch?
Oh, Quiet Lunch. Oh,
With
so,
lunch?
Yeah, Quiet Lunch.
What is that?
It's a publication from my man Akeem Duncan. He's he's like a publisher. I think it's his magazine, and he just did an interview of me. So that was just an interview about hard decisions.
Okay, that's fire. Yeah, that was cool. I was like, "What's Quiet Lunch? Like, what is that?"
Yeah.
I do want to get into another project because you literally busy. You're working. You dropped a vinyl.
Yes.
With the gentleman A.A. Rashid.
Yep.
It is now on sale, guys, so you guys could go buy it, right? They could buy it. You guys could buy the digital product, the actual physical product.
Yeah, you could buy the digital download and you could buy a vinyl. You could pre-order the vinyl.
Yeah, how was it? How did that come about, first of all?
All right, so A.A. Rashid is my big brother, my biological big brother.
That's your real brother?
That's my real brother.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, because I saw brother, I saw that in your captions, but that was another one of my questions. Like, is that your real brother?
Yeah, our last name is Rashid. So
oh, really?
The brother's Rashid. Yeah.
How was it working on that?
It was it was cool. yo, it was like a money grab. Like I needed some paper for something, and like, I told my big brother what was going on. He just asked me how, and I'm like a prideful person, so I'll figure things out. But I was telling him, he's like, yo, let's drop a project. I'm like, all right. He did the artwork for it. We had all of these songs that we just record like over the years. It's all my beats except for like one. And I was like, yo, let's just throw this out there. And we did it. And it's been very successful. Big round of applause. Shout out to everyone who supported the project. Thank you to everyone who has bought the vinyl, who's bought the digital copy. I appreciate all y'all. Like, y'all have helped me tremendously, and means a lot, especially in this time where people think that you can't sell your music. I'm selling my music, and like, it's helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just to be able to be in this place where you can sell your art. Yo, you can sell your art. You can sell vinyl. People actually buy vinyl. You have to get
People
yourself.
will. There's a market
There's
for it. I
people
said
who
it so
want
many times.
people who want vinyl. They want CDs. They want cassettes. Even if they don't have a way to play it, like,
They just want it.
Just give it to them. Sign it. Like, that's going to be important as we enter this age of AI, and like, things become. We're in a post-truth era, so it's going to be a point where everything is artificial, and people are going to be nostalgic for tangible items that
Yep.
call back to the time where things were real.
Yep.
So these are real feelings. This is on a real medium. It's not in the cloud. It's not streamable. It's not in the thin air. Because if they cut your internet off, or if your subscription die down, you can't hear none of your artists no more.
Exactly.
But if you got a radio, or find a way to plug into a wall, electricity ain't going nowhere. You can always figure out a way to power up something, so you'll have the music, and you can hear my songs, and you can hear your favorite artist songs. I collect vinyl, so
Yeah.
I
And
love
there's
that.
like, literally, if you guys go to like the Goodwill, the thrift spots, they have vinyl players there.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta look for them. They're around.
You
like,
can
you
get vinyl,
literally
and you can
get
order them.
vinyl.
You can order like
You
a
can order
brand
on
new
Amazon
one.
right here.
You
There's
can
one right here.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
order a good vinyl record player.
Yep.
And like, it feels good. It sounds good. It sounds best. It sounds warm. It sounds more close to your heart. So,
It just sounds like,
and it's,
yeah,
it-
like,
it's so dope to hear like my drums and on vinyl, like,
it's fire, right? Because
man.
it's like a physical thing that you couldn't attain in your hand. That you're like, yo, my art is on this thing.
Yeah, just
and
to
then it's
hear-
like a physical thing.
Just to hear the crackle of my 808s with that dusty shit on it, it's like, it sounds dirty, and I love it. Like, I can't wait to somebody sample. That's why I'm gonna put out a beat CD. I'm gonna just make some shit when I start getting nice on the piano, and I'm gonna have people. I want people to sample my shit. Like,
I low key met a saxophone player. Let me know if you need one. I met a saxophone player.
I always
I
need
met a saxophone player the
Pause.
other day on the subway, and he's like, it was so crazy because when I went to go follow his Instagram page, he was like playing sax for like rappers.
Right.
So I was like, wow, like this is like right
Yeah.
along the lines of what I need you for. So it was
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely, yeah. Once I
Yeah.
get my chops right with the piano, I definitely bring a sax player, because he's gonna know about all that jazzy shit I'm doing. You know what I mean? I got bass players. Like, having relationships with musicians is very important.
Very important for like projects, for production, anything you need. Like I mean, if you know people that play instruments, that's gonna
It's good.
play a major part to
Yeah.
anything you're doing.
That's a good thing about being a producer. Is like, I meet so many musicians, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you for something. Or singers, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to produce something for you. I want to, like, that's always fun. Like,
Keep
just-
that door open.
Yeah,
Because I feel like it's important.
for sure.
All right, so you have the vinyl out, merch,
Yes.
new album out. What's next for Lighthouse?
So what's next for Lighthouse is that web series that I've been
Yes.
talking about. I'm gonna have to, like, just stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? Follow me. Book Lighthouse.
Yes, guys, follow him.
BOOKLIGHTHOU5E. You could slow it down, rewind it, get it right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but you could follow me here, and like, you'll be updated with everything as it develops. It's like super early, and I always gotta come to Sabrosa podcast to highlight things. This is where it's at. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you.
Thank
and
you.
like, yeah, that's what's next. Just that the show. more music, of course, and like right now I'm in a place where I want to focus on putting visuals to songs that I've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So like I dropped Temperance and then I dropped Heart Decisions like a year later, and it's like there's still so much subtext and story that can be developed from
Mm-hmm.
those songs. I still have ideas and I want to flesh those out. So I'm gonna spend the time that I'm spending right now on like learning the piano and like just getting my chops up production wise,
Mm-hmm.
to also just take a time to like develop the visual component to it, so that you know there's more of me out there. Because back in the day you could just put like cover art out, put like an ill effect on it,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like interactive. But now you actually have, people want to see it. Like they want to see a vertical video. It doesn't have to be super literal, but just something with captions. So, and just
Like straight, they want instant.
yeah.
They want
So,
quick. They want to see it right away within the first 10 seconds.
and that's easy to do as long
Yeah.
as you just consistent with it. If you're consistent with anything for like a year and a half to 2 years, every day just posting. If you can get to a point where you're posting 3 times a day, which is my goal, like I look at people like Passport Rav.
Yeah.
Passport Rav puts out music he's been doing this shit all year. Every Tuesday, dropping new singles.
Yeah.
And
He's
it's
like very, very talented. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
he could spit. He's a very bright brother, genius. You know what I mean? Great lyricist,
Mm-hmm.
great performer. I've worked with him, like on visual stuff. I've shot some videos with him and stuff like that.
Fire.
And
He's actually offering artists the chance to book him. I think he said until the end of the month.
yes. Well, yeah.
He said it. I think he said August, and then if not, like
Yeah, so
something
if
like
this
that.
gets out before, y'all might have like a day or two.
I don't know,
But when y'all
guys.
get this, y'all
Yeah.
better like
Yeah.
check in with Passport Rav.
Yeah,
you know what I
because he
mean?
said that he was doing it, but then like that's it.
Yeah. So
He changed his mind. He
right,
said.
right. Shout out to him, man. It's a good brother. Yeah, just like his work ethic, like it's inspiring to see him, like, because it's like that's my New Year's resolution every year. It's like, yo, I want to put out more music. I want to put out more art. And sometimes I just get, because it's like I'll put out more stuff, but like I think my perspective is kind of like it's not insulting. It makes the current train of thought uncomfortable. Like I might say something that I think is funny. Our generation would think it's funny, but the new generation is super sensitive, and the algorithm follows their sensitivity. So then I get shadow banned.
It's true.
I get blocked. I get
Yeah, so I have to be watching what I be saying too.
I get
sometimes.
flagged. So it's like, yo, now it's like I get disappointed. I'm like, I don't even want to do this shit no more, because it's like every time I try to do something that's different, it's like I don't want to be on there acting mad energetic. I want to be myself. I don't want to be something else in order to pop. You know what I mean? It's just some sort of integrity that I have, and it might slow it down, but it's okay because I'll get to where I need to go.
Exactly.
But I just, it's just like sometimes
Slow and steady wins the race, though.
yeah, facts. So it's just consistent, just finding something that's palatable for everybody, that's not offensive, but I can do it consistently. I'll be good. So I just need somebody to be a videographer. So if any videographers out there, you know what I mean?
Tap in.
I got plans, and we can make this shit happen. I need someone to work with me for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I could show you everything, how we're gonna make money, and I'll pay you too. Like I want to pay people. Like I don't want nothing for free.
Good business.
Yeah. So it's just like
Yeah.
I need that. I need to document. Every artist needs someone to help document their journey,
Yes.
musically and creatively. So
Yes. I've actually been in communication with some people about that same exact thing. Like people want me to, shit is getting crazy. Like people want me to like be the one to document them. Like they want me to be the one that's like helping them like get there. And it's kind of crazy because it's just like I'm just doing my thing. Like you get me? So it's like to get like those hit ups like, yo, I want you to help me do XYZ is kind of like, oh, wow.
You know why they do that? It's because you have a brand, like you have a logo, you know what I mean? You wearing it right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You proud of it, and your content looks so well done. It's professional. Even how you address like your guests and stuff. It's like everything. I feel good coming to your
Thank
platform. You know, like
you.
you really are where it's at, and you're a reputable component to like the underground scene. You're like a reliable source of information for us aspiring artists, and I'm really proud to be here, and I'm happy for the opportunity to be on your show, and
Thank
like.
you.
I know people see that, and that's why they're asking you because they recognize the quality and just like the excellence that you bring.
Thank you.
For
Thank you.
sure, for
I
sure,
appreciate you.
no doubt.
And we asked you this question before, but now we're going to ask it in a different way.
Okay.
So, if there's some advice that you want to give to your future self, what would it be instead of your younger self? Your
Make sure
future self.
I got you. Make sure you put out mad music, mad art, mad music, work, work, work. Like put your mistakes out there. Fuck it. Like just put it out there. Like someone's going to appreciate what you're doing. Cause think about what you did and when you took chances on what you did and it worked, how you felt when it worked. So just keep on doing the shit that you know is far out, that's different, sounds good. As long as it sounds good to future us, talking to myself,
Yes.
if it sounds good to us, let's just put it out there. Maybe someone in Brooklyn, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut might not see it, but maybe someone from Indonesia, India, Kuwait, Dubai might love it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it's about. It's like we want to make global music. Like we're from where it's at. You know what I mean? So it's like I want it to reverberate internationally. I want everyone to like take the music and just be like, yo, that shit was fire. It spoke to me. I want to make music that speaks to the human condition. Nothing that's, I'm not trying to be famous off of like rap. Like I want to be I want notoriety. I want people to know about me, but like my goals is not like to be signed by anybody. I have my own distribution, my
Yeah.
own label. So it's like I want to build a fan a day. I want to go every time I perform. I don't even invite people really. Like I'll tell people to come, but like it's not really no push because like if there's gonna be people there, I want to make new fans because those new fans is the people that's gonna buy shit. The
Yeah.
people that know me know I've been doing this shit for mad long, so they're like, we bought out. They've already supported. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and they'll come back around. Like when it's like Barclay time, when it's Madison Square Garden play, when it's that flow, they're gonna want the will call tickets. They're gonna want to be there, and it's like I'm gonna look out for them because it's
Yeah.
like I know what it is,
Day ones.
and I want to invite them backstage and be like,
You
yeah,
knew it.
yeah, you know what it is. You know what the fuck it is. Yeah, I ain't gonna be like, nah, y'all ain't support me all these years. Nah, fuck that. They supported me when they could, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support. Anyone who's ever supported me, I appreciate them because people don't gotta do that. There's a
Yeah.
million people doing what I do. Not exactly, but like, there's a million people rapping and making music,
Yeah.
producing, and it's like for someone to be like, I want to spend $120 on this vinyl. Like, what? Like
Yeah.
that's fire to me.
Yeah.
Like that's good because
That's
like
heartfelt shit right
yeah,
there.
it's like man, I'm so blessed and I'm super appreciative and like that's why I go so hard with making sure the quality of everything is good, make sure it looks good. So when you do buy it, you like, yeah, I'm good with this. Like if you bought like Gucci or Balenciaga. You got the Balenci. It's like my shit is like that. It's like high end luxury art. You need that. You know what I mean? So I'm just super appreciative and thankful and grateful and blessed and just happy to be where I'm at with my music. I'm not well known. I'm not internationally known yet. Well, kind of but like not like on a major level. But like I got my little pockets of
Yeah,
people
but
that
when
fuck
you're in
with me.
the and you be traveling too.
I do.
Like,
So
didn't you recently travel somewhere?
yeah, I went to Tulum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see?
Fly ass trip. Shout out to my homegirl Lolo. Yo,
That's fire.
yeah. We had a great trip. It was dope. Tulum was fire. Last year I went to London.
It's opportunity to make new fans right there.
Yeah, well, Tulum was just like our shit was like presidential. Like we was just in the whip, out the whip, on the beach, just chilling like that. You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
wasn't, and I don't speak Spanish, so like I
Yeah.
wasn't really doing that. It was really like a vacation. Like I was just there
Yeah.
to
You were
relax. You know
like,
what I mean?
yeah.
So, um, but yeah, when I went to Europe, I was definitely pushing stuff. And then when I go to different states, I like go to the record store and I'll have CDs with me. Now that I get vinyl, I'll barcode them up and just be like, yo, you can sell this and it can register. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just take your show on the road,
That's so far because we
travel.
had a conversation. I watched our podcast and we literally had a whole conversation about vinyl. And now to
Yeah,
see you with the vinyl,
yeah.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Like I'm very happy about that because like we literally had a whole conversation about that, and then to see the vinyl out now, it's like so cool. Because there is a market for vinyl, and there's a lot of people that want to have like something attainable. So I think that's super dope. Um, how's your like podcast production? Like, how's the wrist check pod and like all that stuff going?
The wrist check pod is doing amazing. Like, we have some. We had Larry June on there.
That's
We
fire.
had Nigel Sylvester. Like, these are notable names. We have
Mhm.
a lot of heavy hitters
Mhm.
in the watch world. But you know, for people who watch, you know, what I mean, we had Nori on there. You know what I'm saying?
Noise.
He's
Hello.
a big
Drink
watch guy.
champs.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's cool.
yeah, we're moving. You know, we've been doing it for like two and change. I think it's about to
Mhm.
be 2 years, maybe. So yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We went to Switzerland a couple of times and stuff for Watches and Wonders, which is like a big thing out there. It's like
Mhm.
wherever it's like when Apple does their like this is the new
Yeah.
product. So it's like that's where like you go. Like it's like the car show but for watches
The
type
new
shit.
watches.
You know what I mean? So we've done that. We've done a lot of great things in the time that we've had and meeting a lot of people. It's like the watch world is really interesting because it's like super nuanced. There's so many people who are into watches, and it's like a very cool community, you know. And it's
Mm.
like, you know, to see the diversity, and it's been rewarding and just excellent. So it's definitely something that's growing, and we're going to continue to grow. We have a new space, and we're going to be doing stuff there. So shout out to Perry, shout out to Rashawn. You know, we're just doing it, man. You know,
Yeah.
so
I think it's cool how you do so many different things and they're all like creative.
yeah,
I think that's cool because I feel like that's I like to highlight these things because it's okay to be good at different things.
absolutely, absolutely. And you have to be like in these times, you have to be like multi hyphenate
Mhm.
or just have different things that you do. It's just it goes back to the creative thing.
Yep.
Like I love to be creative. I like to work with different people. It's not music, but it's like video production. So visual audio is like my thing. So
Mm.
like just helping out with just and in that role it's like I'm just there supporting the guys
Mhm.
because they're actually like watch guys, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm like you know, the friend that helped, contribute to the building of it.
Mhm.
But like, I'm just my friend's friend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's being a part of it and supporting the best way that I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like watches too. I got being on this show, I done bought a lot of watches and
Yeah.
shit. Not like them. They got the
Those
heavy
are
hitters. Yeah.
expensive.
And like even on the level that I was like, I'm not gonna go past $500.
Yeah.
But I got a couple of watches that's over $500 and like I think my most expensive watch is probably like $5,000. But like they have
You see?
but they have watches that
They're
are
like
like, they're pricey, like 6-figure watch. They be
like
having
don't take type thing.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Like yeah, that's
that's like different
yeah,
bracket right
yeah. They
there.
have they
Like
have they have some heat. So but it's really just conversation and just like an appreciation for horology and from a intellectual cool space that was sort of unexpected because when people see our podcast they're like when they discover they like wow I didn't know this existed
mm.
like how we do it is just such a luxurious high-end thing. We've shot episodes at Sotheby's. They've allowed us to film there a couple of times.
That's cool.
We've done stuff at Soho House. So we've really elevated within our space with the podcast. So it's like that's what I like to be a part of. Like just anything that's excellent and just shot beautifully and like
Growing,
yeah,
growing.
like
Yeah.
no rinky dink shit. Like we just do high end stuff, and that's
High quality.
high quality. That's it,
Yeah.
luxury shit.
Talking about high quality, your visuals are very high quality. Like I was
I
catching up
appreciate that.
to your videos like that have come out after like everything. And I was
Hmm.
like, damn, like his visuals are always like hit. They always like dope. So should we be expecting more visuals from you?
Yes, that's the toughest thing because like I really want to do more videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I used to date a girl who used to help me out with the videos like heavy, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like it's just like and I got a homie that could do he could help me with it too, but he's doing his own thing and like I kind of don't want to bother him like
Yeah.
that. Like when he was younger, he would just like yo whatever because he was learning and shit.
Yeah.
So, but like I respect him and I want to like pay him, you know what I mean? I can't always, you know what I mean? But I do pay him like, when I can, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I pay him all the time. I don't
Yeah.
want to seem like
Whenever
when
you're
I can.
working with them.
Yeah, whenever I'm working with him, I pay him. But like, I just want to make sure that, you know, I just have to get that down pat. Like if I could get a team of video people together and we could do some stuff, it's going to because like my ideas, I have books full of like how I would shoot things and I know
Mm-hmm.
how to shoot them at a low budget too. Like, cause every doesn't have to
Well, I
be
have a camera. Just let me know.
okay, well, yeah, we can figure it out. And I can edit stuff too. Like I
Yeah,
edit my
like
own
I'm trying to
video.
learn shit too. Like I've learned things stuff as I go, but I'm more on some like collaborative effort type stuff, like help me help you type thing. Like if I could learn something, like not everything's about money. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's the type of time I'm on.
we finna have something. Y'all stay tuned because that's all I needed to hear. Cause like I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I got gimbals, I got access to certain things.
Yeah.
It's just I need someone to film it for me. Cause
Yeah.
and I know composition, how to film stuff. Like I can show you a lot. So
Yeah,
like
but
yeah,
say
yeah.
less.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
you'll
Y'all
pick
see some shit.
yeah, you'll definitely pick up a new skill set like how to film
Cool.
stuff
Cause
because
I have like taken things into my own hands lately because I just feel like I got tired of waiting for like other people to be available for me to do certain things. So I'm just like, I just gotta do it myself.
that's how I started. Like it was literally like my journey was I used to record all my shit on a karaoke machine, tape to tape. And I wanted to get my shit on CD at one point.
Yeah.
And then just getting into a studio and like learning how to rap in the studio is completely different from like holding the microphone, what you hearing, no spit shield, no
Totally different.
it's like I'm doing this shit. It's like it sound muffled. It's no EQing. It's just what goes on that tape is what's on that tape. To getting in the CD, then learning how to record yourself and like then buying programs to make it sound better, plugins to make it sound better, booking studios, and I had to do all of that myself. How to edit my own videos from iMovie all the way to Final Cut
Mm.
Pro to Premiere. All of these things I had to teach myself so I can get the art out. So when
Mm.
you are passionate about what you love and what you do, you will learn what it takes to make it happen because you
That's
just gotta
literally
get it out. You know what
that's
I mean?
literally how I feel lately. Like I'm on this journey of like documenting stuff now. But yeah, so all right, so we have some visuals coming from you. We got a
Yeah.
vinyl that's out right now.
Yes.
Guys, so
Also,
like
also, there's a vinyl for Heart Decisions coming out and a CD coming out too.
I was literally about to ask that.
Yeah,
Like, is
so-
there gonna be a physical product for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be physical for Heart Decisions. It's gonna be physical. Yeah, it's gonna be CD and vinyl. I'm gonna batch it up and I'm gonna sell it separately. I got some hats, the Decision hats that you can
Yeah,
buy.
I'm gonna have to buy some.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have more colorways coming soon. I have more shirts and stuff for the winter and fall. They're more long sleeve. That's when I did the project, so it's
Yeah.
like it reflects better. Like when you listen to it, it sounds like a winter home type of thing.
Yeah, it's coming right
It's
up,
not an
too.
outside. I have like one outside song on there. You know what I mean? But like it's mostly like a calm,
Cozy.
cozy type of like, damn, we gotta figure this out because I ain't getting put out on the streets.
Now,
type
when I was
shit.
listening to that, I was in the crib and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah.
for that. It's that. But I do want to make a project that's like just from start to finish, just dance music, but not like but like some shit that's just like you just dance to it. You know what I mean? Like We don't
Some
got no
feel good
dance songs.
music.
Yeah, like you could dance to the Benjamins, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know people
Mm-hmm.
don't like Puff right now, but I still fuck with the Benjamins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
I
shit.
think I wonder where I've been. Like some shit like that.
Some
Like some
shit, yeah,
soul shit.
yeah, soul, but like just like the dance shit, like you know how you could dance to Flip Side by
Oh yeah,
Freeway.
flip side.
Yeah.
Whole lot of style.
Yeah, like that type of shit. Like Vibrant Thing,
Flip side.
Lights Camera Action by Mr. Cheeks. Like
Yeah.
club joints. I want to
Yeah.
have like club records. Like where's our club record, you know?
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
we have for
There
sure
is,
with
but
Cash
like I
Cobain.
feel like even like the mediocre records are starting to become club records because there really isn't any club records.
Yeah, like we need like a like Usher,
Yeah,
or buy you a
yeah.
drink,
Like
blame it on a goose. Like
ever
we
since Fat Man Scoop and Lil Jon left, like it's not the same.
yeah.
Even though Fat Man Scoop is still out,
He
but he's
still
not
do
really
shit,
like.
but it's like because the
He has
music
like a travel club now or some shit.
yeah, the music landscape has changed. Like it's more Afrobeat, you know.
That's more what's playing in the clubs.
Yeah. I just can't.
That's big right now.
It is. I'm not going to jump on the Afrobeat wave. I'll dance to it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go in that direction.
You know who's doing a good job with that? Chris Brown.
Yeah, he does. He does. Sensational.
He's like
is
doing. He
fire.
like learned how to dance it.
Yeah. Well, he's
like
just a beast when it
yeah,
comes
but
to
he's
dancing.
like knee deep in. What about performances? Like, should we be looking out for some like shows maybe you'll play at like live or anything like that? Or...
I'm doing a show for my man Stray. Well, Jack Dessa.
Oh, I know Jack.
Yeah,
Jack Dessa?
Jack Dessa
Yes.
has a he has a monthly show,
He's
and I'm actually
fire.
doing something on the. Let me get this.
I was supposed to go to the last one, but I didn't have a car. And then I'm gonna go to this one that he has coming up because he's like he was looking for people or something.
Right, I believe
so I'm
it's
waiting
the 23rd.
yeah, I'm waiting for like
yeah.
something to drop so I can go because I really want to go and support because
Yeah.
I think he's dope.
That's gonna be my next thing. I'm gonna do that at what's the name? Lighthou5e, I think is a.
Yeah,
Let me
he's
find-
another one that's super talented.
Yeah,
He's like
follow me on this, and you. I'm sure you'll post it.
Yes.
if you go into it. But like, yeah, he has a show. I think he's gonna do a flyer for it soon. So once he does that, I'm gonna post it to my page, and I'm gonna do like a song or two. But what I want to do is like I've been looking for spaces that I want to do my own programming. I kind of don't want to do anyone's showcase. Like I'll do open mics to test the material, but like I want to like build out my own show and just have people come through to it. It'll start at 5 people, then it'll go to 15, then it'll go to 25. So it's just like we have to just every month drop a new show, you know what I mean? Or every 2 months, just do it, document it, post it online, let people see what type of time we're having.
Yeah.
And just like take that on the road, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my plan in terms of shows. So besides
That's
doing stuff with Jack, yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of like doing. So I've like been practicing my sets and stuff. Like I have a 15-minute set, a 30-minute set. I'm gonna get to a 45 set, but like I think more people need to know my music though. You know what I'm saying?
I see you
think
perform live. You're like solid. Like you're not. You don't have like a. You perform on like a track, like it's your vocal. It's your own vocal.
I do TV tracks.
Yeah, it's like your own vocal.
Yeah, I don't
so
rap
I already
over.
saw like you're already.
Yeah, I don't rap over my vocals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes if the song is super new, I might like leave a bar in there just so I can remember because like it might be the weak part that I just forgot because I just remember I just wrote it. But like for the most part, I try to because that's how I was taught. Like you have to go on stage and actually do the song. Like people don't want it's because it's karaoke if you're rapping over it. So I don't want to do that.
And people want to see the performance. That's why they're there. They're there to see a show, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, if you're just rapping over your own track, it's fucking karaoke.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, when I'm thinking, even if I'm in a small space, I'm trying to perform to a bigger crowd at some point. So I have to work the stage. And when you have the backing track, that's in a controlled environment. So you know, you're not all your words are gonna come out. But if you're running back and forth and you have high energy, you're gonna miss some words, you know. So then what I'll do is I'll leave the ad libs in there. So like I know where the ad libs is at. So if I need to take a breath, boom, the ad lib come out, then I can get back on track. But that also lets me know where I'm at in the song.
It's like the reference point.
Yeah, in case I forget, because sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
You know, in the green room, you might have a shot or two and just be like lit.
Yeah.
Even though you're not supposed to do that, but you
Yeah,
might be a
but
little
still.
lit, you know, especially if people smoking, you be like, yo, but now they'll put me back on track. And then I always
Yeah.
leave like the hook in there and just like rap over the hook type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, verses gotta keep that out and just ad libs keep that in there too, you know. So
I'm definitely gonna go to that show. I'm gonna check y'all out because I was supposed to go to the last one, but then I had a situation with my car, so I just ended up getting another one. So I told you I'm north, so now I'm able to like I could drive to Brooklyn or wherever the fuck it's at. So I'm good.
lit.
Yeah. So now we back.
Okay, that's what's up.
So we got some visuals coming out, guys. Please check out the vinyl. The new vinyl's coming out.
Yes.
Cop the merch. Tap in with all the creative endeavors that he has going on. Please follow him.
Yep.
So to let everybody know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram, Book Lighthouse, BOOKLIGHTHOU5E. You can follow me on Twitter, Threads,
all of that.
all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. My website where you could buy the stuff is Slick Boutique. That's SLIQUEBOUTIQUE.com. Slick Boutique. You can find my brother A.A. Rashid's stuff there. He has books there. He has shirts that I sell with him on there as well. His artwork. We just sell all our artwork there. And we're looking for other people who want to sell their stuff with us too. You know, we'll charge a nominal fee. It's like we'll do consignment deals or some shit like so you can sell your stuff there and just get your money because it's really important to have a place where your stuff is sold.
Marketplace.
Yeah, you can't just.
I could get you some people.
Oh yeah, let me know. Like we'll figure something out.
For
you know what I mean?
I know a lot of people that have stuff that they want to sell.
I'll ship it for them, whatever. We'll figure something out. But people like that, and it's like a seamless process. I'll show you what you've made from your merchandise and stuff, and I'll give you your money. I'll cash out. You just break a little bread with me, and we'll just cash you out. You know what
That's
I mean?
literally what it's about. Community
And like just selling your art. Don't sell that. Don't give it away. Sell it. The game is to be sold, not told. Don't just tell people what.
Talk about it.
Get money for your art.
Right. Get money for your art and get your what you're worth.
Word.
Before we go, are you still having a casting call?
Yes, I need women.
Tell the people.
So I need beautiful women of color. I like.
We could probably help you with that. Here at Such House.
I need ladies for these videos that I want to do, and I'm not gonna have you in like.
Why don't we make it like a thing?
We should do that.
Why don't we make it like a thing? And why don't we do it here?
I'm with it. Like, yeah. Like,
Let's make it like a thing.
Because, when a guy asks for women...
I'm going to record it.
Listen, that'll be dope. Because I don't know. I just think, like, I hope women don't think that I'm trying to, like, holler at them.
No, but it's literally going to be a thing, but then we'll get your thing done, but then we'll also get content out of it.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with all of this.
And then you can use it like the process of the video, like BTS.
Yes.
And then the actual video, and then, like, you meeting... the person that you're cast, like,
let's do it.
Isn't that fire?
Let's do it.
The love interest plus to the love interest, like, like fake to fiction to, what I mean,
right. We should definitely do that.
From play to screen.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, cool, y'all. So stay tuned. Casting call coming soon.
Facts.
He's looking for a beautiful young lady.
Yes.
Preferably a black young lady, right? Like a
black,
beautiful
Latina,
melanated
like
queen.
A woman of color.
A woman of color.
Yeah. Yeah, for now, because it's just because of the album. Charlize is a black woman, so but she could be Spanish too. It's just it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what the role requires. So
y'all, if you're watching this. Send that DM, slide in that DM.
I'm not gonna be trying. I'm not gonna write in. We got to kiss, or we got to. There's no sex scenes in it.
Yes, let's make that clear because that gets them scared.
It's clean. I'm not. Listen, I got enough lady interaction in my life. I do not need to do anything weird. I'm not like. I have a label full of women, and like
they would tell you that I create a safe space for women. I'm not trying to do no freaky shit. I just want to do art.
Now you actually are very like he's very good to work with, y'all. Like it's no weird shit. So tap in, slide in his DM if you're interested in being in the casting, and
Yes,
stay
Slick
tuned.
Records. Slick Records. Follow Slick Records.
Follow Slick
Records. SLIQUE Records at Instagram.
Yeah.
So you
Because we
follow
do
that.
have like the Sabrosa podcast has mostly like men, right? But now I have like this newfound like women audience.
Oh, good.
So I feel like I can help with this casting call.
Hey man, listen. I needed that. I needed that happen for me. I need that. I would love that for me. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do this, y'all.
Yes.
And okay, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to Sabrosa podcast, the illest podcast in the world.
You. All right, thank you so much for another episode. We are here at the Sesh House.
Shout
out to the Sesh House. Shout out to everybody. They're not in the room. I usually shout them out when they're in the room. They're out of the room. It's just us right now. But shout out to everybody here at the Sesh House. Shout out to you for coming to the Sesh House. Thank you for coming to the space and just checking everything out, meeting everybody, and just being here, like, just coming back. Like, I just want you to know, like, I definitely appreciate that. Like, just you coming back means a lot.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, y'all. You already know another episode down in the books. We're here with Lighthou5e. Make sure y'all follow him. Lighthou5e, but instead of a S, you put a 5. Yes. You already know what time it is. The Sabrosa podcast, the Sabrosa effect, coming to you soon.
The Sabrosa
Peace.
effect. Let's go.
We out.